Every day before dark, he would dig a 10-meter deep trench around the house, then smash the new wardrobe at home and throw it into the trench along with some books, finally pouring gasoline on top so it could be lit at any moment. After finishing all this, he sealed the doors and windows with fences made from tree branches. But this level of defense was still far from enough. Back in his room, he used wooden boards to reinforce the inside of the doors and windows for a second layer of blockade. After completing all defensive work, Jimmy loaded bullets into his shotgun. This gave him a slight sense of security. Soon, night fell. Immediately, violent pounding sounds came from outside. Jimmy quickly grabbed his shotgun, ready to attack the monsters that could break in at any moment. But before long, the monsters suddenly went silent. That's when Jimmy realized his mistake. The house was reinforced all around, except for the roof. The monsters were preparing to attack from there. At this critical moment, Jimmy had a bold idea. He quickly opened the wooden door and threw a lit wooden stick into the trench. Outside, a huge fire instantly blazed up. The monsters were also forced back into the sea. But the fire grew bigger and bigger, and soon it burned into the house. Jimmy quickly grabbed a towel to put out the fire, but it didn't work at all. To survive, he had no choice but to abandon the cabin. So he wrapped the towel around himself, burst through the wooden door and escaped, then quickly ran to the foot of the mountain. Hiding in a stone pile, he safely made it through the night. The next day, Jimmy discovered the cabin had been burned down and was completely uninhabitable. Without shelter, he definitely couldn't survive another night. Since this was an isolated island, aside from his cabin, only the watchtower by the sea was habitable. An old man lived in the watchtower. He had done excellent defensive work. Sharp branches were stuck all around the tower. But the old man had a strange temper. No matter how Jimmy begged, the old man wouldn't let him move in. Fortunately, the food in the cabin's basement was well preserved. Jimmy used it as trade, and only then did the old man agree to let him stay in the watchtower. But even here, they still had to face those terrifying monsters. Every night, the old man would turn on the searchlight at the top of the tower, then load ammunition into various guns, and even wore a machete at his waist. Clearly, his weapons were much better than Jimmy's. After completing all the armament, the two confidently came to the balcony. Under the searchlight, they quickly saw a large number of monsters rushing toward them. But just as Jimmy was shooting, the old man quietly walked into the house and locked the doors and windows from inside. When Jimmy realized what happened, it was already too late.